The UK, we're told today, according to new research, is heading into a communication crisis, with nearly half of people now shying away from talking about their long-term care needs because they don't want to be a burden to their families. Well, let's talk about this with John Sergent. He's the author, veteran political journalist, and of course, star of Strictly. And he's joining us to talk about this. Good morning to you, John.
Good morning, Julie. How are you?
Very well indeed. Lovely to chat with you. Now, we talk about social care and care costs, and, you know, the government's talking about the changing how they help fund care and how much money we're going to have to spend if we are in need of going into a care home. We talk about it in sort of in the public realm all the time. But this research is suggesting that actually people don't like to talk about it within their own families.
No, it's understandable, really. But what this survey from St James Place shows is that nearly half the people questioned thought it was too stressful to talk to friends and family about this. Well, now, this is all very well, but when it comes to it, whichever stage you're at, whether you're young or whether you're older, if you don't know anything about this, if you don't know how expensive social care can be, which is £1,000 a week, you're probably lucky. It could be more than £1,000 a week. Yeah. Well, that's big money. So the only way to think about this is to think about it early if you can. And of course, you've got to know, if you're a child and you think, oh, well, when my parents die, I'll get their house. It'll all be wonderful. You've got to know that you might not, because the parents may have to sell their house in order to pay.
Yes, don't plan your finances on that, but also having honest conversations about what people's plans are for their elderly years. Are parents, for instance, assuming that they're going to come and live with you? I've made sure my parents know that's not going to happen. Are they assuming you're going to be able to financially help? And lots of people might think that their parents are quite well off or not well off. They think they haven't got money when actually they've been putting money away just, for such an occasion. People need to have these conversations, because at the end of the day, families are going to have to deal with this.
Exactly. And although most people think the state should pay, about 3/4 of the people in the survey said that they expected to have to pay. Now, that means, as you say, that families and members of the families have just got to know about these things so they don't live in a dream world. And if you can start off early, well, then the savings can build up. They're horrendous if you've got to pay for it straight away, but it is like knowing about mortgages, like knowing about pensions, boring subjects, grim subjects. But if you don't tackle them early, you pay for it in the end.
Absolutely.